Okay, and today we'll discuss about the topic exploring data modeling in advanced business application and programming. So, can anyone what is data modeling? What is data modeling? Hello, my voice is audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, yes. Okay, I'll explain. Yeah. So, data modeling. So, data modeling means designing how the data is stored, structured, and related and accessed in SAP. So, for example, imagine you are building a banking system. So, first you need to define customer data, account data, and transactions, and the relationships between them. So, before writing the program, you must design the data properly. So, that design is called as data modeling. So, the data modeling is nothing but designing how the data is stored, structured, and related. So in SAP ABAP, the data modeling is done by using two ways. That is ABAP dictionary. That is the first one, ABAP dictionaries, and uh, the first one is ABAP dictionaries, and the second one is CDS. This is core data services. By using ABAP dictionaries as well as core data services, the data modeling will be done in SAP ABAP. So we'll start with the first one, dictionary. So the dictionary is nothing but it is an modern classical method. So dictionary is a classical method where the core data services is a um, modern method, that is advanced method. So the dictionary, above dictionary. So dictionary is nothing but it is a central repository where all database definitions are stored. And the dictionary defines that the following: the domains, data elements, database tables, structures, views, all those things which was defined by the dictionary. So dictionary is one of the data modeling method where it is an classical method. It defines the following domains, data elements, database tables, structures, and views. First, we'll discuss about the theoretical part, and next I will explain you in the practical session. So first of all, what is domain? So the domain is nothing but it is an attribute. For example, we have a database table. In database table, we have number of columns. Those columns are called as fields. So each column called as a field, and where the field consisting of the attribute name. That attribute name is called as domain. So domain is nothing but it is a technical attribute of field such that data type, length, or number of decimals. So all those things are domain. So why we need to create domain? So instead of defining data types again and again, we create a domain once and reuse it wherever needed. So that is the purpose we are using domains. So for example, in banking systems, the account number is 12 digit. Instead of defining the number in every table, we create one domain called like a Z account number or giving any name by creating a domain with number 12. So for what purpose? For we creating once and we are using it many times. So that is the purpose of here the domain. And going to the data element. So we discussed that domain is nothing but it is an attribute. Then what is data element? Data element is nothing but it gives a brief or information. It gives a syntactical meaning of that particular domain. So the data element is nothing but it provides the business meaning to that field. while domain defines technical property and the data element defines the field labels like description and documentation. And for example, if a domain defines a 10-digit number, first we create a domain, right? The domain defines a 10-digit number. The data element might define it is a customer mobile number. It gives a brief that meaning of the domain, particular domain. That is the difference between the domain and the data element. And the next one is database table. Here, the database tables are nothing but it is a physical storage, like that stores the actual data in the database. The database table is nothing but a physical storage that stores the actual data in the database. The data actually the database table consisting of fields, which refers to elements and primary keys. So tables are the foundation of SAP data storage. So these database table consisting of the data fields, where the fields consisting of the domains and the brief information of the domain will given by the data element. Okay, and next we'll go with structures. Structure is nothing but structures are similar to database tables, but database tables store the data it stores the data physically, but structures doesn't store the data physically in the database. They are just used to define of that data types of that tables. So that is the difference between the database table and structure. The database tables are used to create for physical storage, but the structures are similar to database tables, but it doesn't store the data physically. And coming to the last one, that is a view. Uh, Dictionary, that is a views were used to join multiple tables at the database level. Before CDS, the views are introduced. So before CDS, before core data services, the views are introduced. So they allowed inner joins and basic selections, but they had limitations in flexibility and performance. So in older systems, if we needed customer name along with the sales orders, then we created a database view. However, these views lack of it consisting of lack annotations, associations. Because of these all limitations, associations that the CDS views have largely replaced with these views. Okay, and we'll go with the practical session now for domains, data elements, database tables. Everyone, please open your Eclipse. Okay, we'll start with the domain creation first. After domain creation, we'll create the data elements and after database tables, all those things. So first domain creation, how we need to create the domain. So I'll creating one more package in this like a new. Everyone, you will create a package, new package, like whatever the name you will give. Add to field packages. I click on next. Okay. Everyone created the package.
No, sir. Wait. We are creating.
Okay, just after creating the package, we'll create the domain. So how we need to create the domain? So like this, the package what you have created, right click on it and go to new and select other ABAP repository object. Just like this, the package you have created and right click on it and new and go to other ABAP repository object. And here you need to select what search for domain. Yes, search for domain and select this and click on next. After that, we need to give the name for our domain. For example, I'm giving like ZDM domain. Just give the description for that. Everyone, please create the domain.
So repeat it, sir.
Okay, just to have you. The package what you have created, just right click on it and go to new and other ABAP repository object. Click on that. And now here type filter text is there. You need to select here domain. You will select this domain and click on next. Everyone, click on next. After, yeah, like this. Click on domain and click on the domain and click on next, and you will get okay. Should yes, you will get like this. Just give the name for your domain, like a ZDM mobile number, like this. Like this. Give the name for the domain, and after give the description like a mobile number domain, like that. Give the description and click on finish. Okay, everyone created the domain. Please respond.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. I created.
Okay. After creating the domain, we got this like yes. Here the Z I am created the domain name with ZDM mobile number 3, and what it was showing the data type does not exist. So we need to select the data type here. I am selecting, for example, browse. I am selecting the character here, the second one, character, and select the character and Click on OK, and you will get the length like this. For example, I am giving the length as 10. Okay, that's it. Just after creating the domain name, there is a data type not existed. So for that, we need to take a data type like character from browse, and I given length as 10. That's it. You don't need to do anything here. Just save it. Control S. Save and activate. After entering the data type and length, just save it and activate it. Okay, everyone, have you completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the domain creation is completed. What is domain? Actually, we discussed in the earlier that what is domain? Domain is nothing but a technical attribute for fields such as a data type, length, number of decimals, value range. So that is nothing but a domain. Now we'll go with data element creation. Same as like what you did like in the domain. Just right click on what the package you are created. Just click on it and go to new and other above repository object. And now here search for data element. That is what we are creating, right? Data element. Everyone, go to the package what you are created, right click on it and go to new other above repository object and just search for data element. Click on the data element and click next. Yes. Now you need to give a name for data element like ZD data element, customer, customer mobile one. Okay. Data element, data element. Yeah, you need to give the name for that data element and as well as the description like data element one. So click on next, click on finish. Yes, just now I have created the data element ZDE customer mobile number one, and here it's showing the two errors detected. So what are the errors? Type name. Here type name is missing. What the type? The domain name. What the domain name we have given, what the domain we have created earlier, that name we need to enter here. That is, I created that ZDM file number one. I created that the domain name with ZDM mobile number one. And I have in that domain name, I have mentioned that for this ZDM mobile number one, I have given the data type character and the length 10. That is what it is showing in the data element page. Everyone got this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. In here, we need to mention the fields like short, medium, long, whatever you will give. Like I'm giving that short for mobile and the medium for customer mobile and the long customer mobile number. And just save it, activate it. Yes. Till now, we have created the domain and the data element. That is, in a database table, there is a fields. In that field, each field consisting of a domain. That domain we have created earlier. And now For each domain, it gives a syntactical meaning, that is data element. Just now we have created the data element. Now we'll go with database table. Yeah, right click on the package what you have created and new and other above repository object. And now here search for database table. Database table. Click on the database table and click on next. Now we need to give a name for that database. Like I'm giving Z customer. Give the description. Customer table. Go with that what the package you have created. Right click on it and go to the ABAP repository object and choose database table and select the database table and give the name for your database and as well as the description for your database table and click on next. Click on finish. Okay, now we got this code. Everyone got that database table with the code?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Just I will share that one code in that. Just a minute. Mm. I think everyone created the database table with the same name or you created with your own names. I pasted the code in the chat box. Just go through it and copy it and paste it in your screen. And if you given the same name, that's okay. And if you define the customer table with some other names, just change the name here. And after pasting the code, just save it and activate the code. Save the code and activate the code. Make it fast.
Yes, sir. Activated.
Okay. After activation, just data preview. That is yes. Data preview. Click on F8 for data preview. So it's showing that just we have the client, customer ID, name, mobile, and city. Only we have the domains, that fields, but we doesn't have any data. So in order to insert the data, we need to create a class. So we got the database table, with empty rows, just consisting of only the domain names. So now we need to insert the data into the database table. So for that, everyone, we need to create a class. So go through the package what you are created just now and right click on it, just new, go to ABAP class. Everyone create the class and give the name like and give the description. So in order to insert the data into the database table, what we have created, so for that we need to create a class first. So create a class and click on next and click on finish. Okay. Just now we have created a class and just wait, I will okay. We have created a class. So what this class showing, the first class ZABP customer insert. This is a class name what we have created, and next public final this class. So the code will be divided into two parts. One is the definition part and the second part is the implementation part. So in the definition part, we will define what we are taking. So here the interface we have defined, and this is up to the definition part. And next, the second part will be implementation part. Here, what this implementation part consisting of, what the actual business logic contains. Here we can create. Here we can write the business logic. There is a code logic what we want. So in that, first of all, we need the method. We need to mention the method, that is if override class and main, and the program will start from here main statement like oops, and we have created some sample customer records. So now just I'm saving it. Activate running this code. Yeah, 5 customer records inserted successfully. So just wait, I will paste the code in the chat. Everyone copy the code from the chat box and just change the name of the class name what you have given for class creation. Make it fast. So in order to insert the data into the database tables, we need to create a class. So in the class, we need to mention the number of records what we need, what we want in the database table. That data here we are giving in the class. And Save the code, activate the code, and just run. If the records are inserted successfully or not, let me know.
Yes, sir. 5 customer records inserted successfully.
Yes, okay. After this, just go through the table what you have created earlier, like this table. Yes, this is the code we have created, right? Just save the code again, save the code, activate the code, click on F8. Just wait a minute. Okay, anyone got the table with the data?
No, sir. Still showing as same as you.
Okay, okay, just yes. I have given the table name as wrong here. Just go through this. Wait, this. Yes, here. I given the jet customer. I creating with the jet customer two, but I given jet customer one. Please change it here. Yeah, change jet customer one to jet customer two. If you given the your own like not following me, then you can okay. If anyone following me with these names, just change just jet customer name one to jet customer two. And now again, go to this code and again save and activate and click on F8.
Sir, still I am not getting, sir. I tried.
Just wait. The names what you have given, are you following me only?
Yes, sir. Can I screen share this?
Just wait. I will copy the code and paste in the chat box. Just try it once.
Okay, sir.
It's after pasting the code, save the code and activate the code and run whether the records are inserted successfully or not. Just do these three things and after go to the customer table. The data inserted in the table or not?
Yes, sir. Now it's coming, sir.
Yes, okay, okay. So what we had did first we write this code, we wrote this code for table creation and the table created with empty rows. There is no data. So for that purpose, in order to insert the data into the table, we have created one more class. So in that class, we have defined and we have mentioned that how many rows we want to insert and with the data. And now the table with the field names, that is domain names, and as well as the data what we have entered in the class. Okay, up to this, all of you completed, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have completed the domain creation, data element creation, and the database table creation. And now we'll go with the basic CDS views. So I'll go with the PPT, right? Yes. Till now, we have completed data modeling will be done by using two ways. One is the dictionaries and the second one is core data services. So by using dictionaries, the domain names, data element and database tables, all that we have created. So now we are going with CDS, core data services. So the core data service is nothing but it is an advanced data model in ABAP. So instead of writing the complex select queries in ABAP program, we just create one CDS view and reuse it only for reusable purpose. So like a CDS, the view CDS view is a database where it is defined using SQL like syntax in Eclipse. So it allows the developers to retrieve the data from one or more tables and define it in reusable way. And unlike dictionaries, like dictionaries are not reusable. So unlike dictionary views, CDS supports annotations and advanced modeling capabilities. So instead of writing select queries in every ABAP report, we define a CDS view for sales order and, for example, or reuse it in multiple applications like reports, Fiori apps. So and also the CDS follows the principle of code push down. So what is meant by code push down? Code push down is nothing but the logic runs at the database layer. So and the CDS view is consisting of the associations, annotations, parameters, aggregation and grouping, and CDS access control. First, we'll go with the theoretical part, and after I will go with the practical session. And the first one is association. What is meant by association? In the DBMS also there is associations, right? So associations are nothing but it defines the relationship between the CDS entities. So instead of writing the join statements, the associations defines the relationships logically. And the system automatically performs the join when required. So associations are used for relationships, finding the relationships between the CDS entities. And coming to the the annotations are nothing but these are the metadata. Metadata is nothing but data about data. Data about data is called as a metadata. So annotations are the metadata which are added to the CDS view. The annotations are the metadata which are added to the CDS view to define the behavior It is used to define the behavior beyond the simple data retrieval. So the annotations are nothing but it is a metadata which we are adding to the CDS views. And coming to the parameters, here the parameters like in DBMS database management systems, in that also we are using some like select queries. So in that, so in the database management system, if you want only a particular for example, if a student only we want only the particular students who have got more than 90. So at that time use some queries, right? So like that in this above, we use the parameters in CDS. The parameters are nothing but the parameters are used for filtration purpose. So the parameters allows the dynamic filtering in CDS view. So instead of hard coding the conditions, we can define parameters that uses pass during the executions. So, so for example, the CDS view may accept a data parameter to fetch only sales order data after certain. So that is the purpose we are using the parameters like for filtering purpose we are using the parameters. And the next one is aggregation and grouping. So these all the topics are covered in the database management system, right? So aggregations and grouping is nothing but the CDS also supports the SQL aggregations functions like sum, count, average. These are the aggregating functions. So between we can done these by using like a sum, count, and average from the table. And this is especially useful in analytical reports. And like calculating the total sales amount per customer can be done directly in the CDS view. It is instead of in ABAP. And like the last one is the CDS access control. The CDS access control is nothing but it is nothing but a data control language. Like in DBMS, you have that like a DDL, DML, DCL, and TCL languages, right? So in that DCL defines a data control language. So like that, here the CDS access control is nothing but data control language. Like it is used to restriction. It is used for restriction. So it is used to restrict the access to CDS data at a row level. So it allows implementing security rules directly at the database model level. So like the data control language, the CDS is used for security purpose. So so in that in core data services, we have the associations, annotations, and the parameters, aggregation and grouping, and CDS access control. Just I will go with the practical session now. I'll open the Eclipse. Yes. Click on the package what you are created. Right click on the package what you have created and new and other ABAP repository object and select for data definition. Click on the package what you have created and select for the data definition and click on next. Yes. Here just give the name like a jet code data service underscore customer like yes customer and two parameters. Sorry, basic. Need just basic table, right? Yeah, basic. In description, just give customer yes. Okay. Right click on the package and select the data definition and give the name for that the data definition and give the description and click on next and click on finish. Yes, we got this and just wait a minute. State. And paste in the code in the chat box. Just copy it. Copy the code from the chat box. Copy the code and save and activate the code. Paste the code and save the code and activate the code. And after click on F8. Yes, everyone completed this.
Yes, sir, completed.
Okay, I got this table like with the inserted data.
Same as you.
Yes. So this is nothing but a CDS view. Just now we have discussed it, right? The CDS view, what is CDS view? It is instead of creating in each program, just we'll create once a CDS view and we can use whenever we need it. So that is the purpose here. We are using the CDS. It's same like the database table. So and so instead of writing the select queries in every ABAP report, we define a CDS view for like this. And after the CDS view, just we'll go with the annotation. So just wait. I'll go to okay. The next topic is annotations, right? So annotations are